That's correct.
Okay. Because they're switching so much, I'm getting dizzy.
I'm a little confused here.
Yeah. Well, Punch and Pat keeps switching. He's a character. He's an actor. He's a screenwriter. And I kind of felt talking to him yesterday that he realized that this fight would determine whether he is going to be an actor and screenwriter the rest of his life, or is he going to be a fighter the rest of his life.
Nuamu has dictated the pace from the very beginning. Is that surprising, gentlemen?
It surprises me because it's a very bad formula for Hino. I just feel that Hino, in all the fights we've seen Hino, I don't think we'd ever call him tentative. He hasn't been that tentative. He's been aggressive, sometimes a little too aggressive. Didn't always use his jab because he was looking for power shots. We haven't seen jabs or power shots tonight.
It was surprising me only because I knew Punch and Pat would be real competitive. You know, honestly speaking, I thought Hino would, you know, excel in the new training of Noam Lurid. So I'm a little surprised.
Round 7 scheduled for 10. Pat Nuamu in white, Hino Ahikaminor in black. Nuamu 9-1 with 3 knockouts. Ahikaminor undefeated 11-0 with 7 KOs. Nuamu's a southpaw, and he has thoroughly confused 24-year-old Hino Ahikaminor. As you take a look at the punches in the 6th round, Ahikaminor throwing 33 punches, landing 5. Nuamu 39-4. But so far, guys, on my scorecard, I like Pat Nuamu. He's been more aggressive. Hino Ahikaminor has sat back a little bit too much.
Well, I got Pat winning only because Hino's not really doing much. Pat is controlling it. You know, slow pace, but he's controlling it.
And I'll tell you, Hino got great advice from Neil Maloric, his trainer in the corner, who not only told him you have to pick up the pace, but he told him what to do. And so often trainers don't do that. He said, throw the right hand to the body, follow it with the left hook. Hino seems hesitant to commit, as if he's worried about getting hit by a counter left-hander.
Watch your foot, Pat.
He's just looking to throw one lead right hand though. Nice jabs by Punch and Pat.
And again, when Hino jabs back, he doesn't land because Pat's too far away. The pace and the geography of the fight totally controlled by Punch and Pat.
I mean, it's simple. If Hino wants to win this fight, he have to change the pace. He have to be busier. Punch and Pat is just too comfortable in there.
This is the first time Ahikaminor has been into the 7th round. His longest fight prior to this, 6 rounds. As a matter of fact, against John Douglas in his last fight in June, he went 6 rounds for a unanimous decision.
One other note about these guys, kind of interesting. These are 2 cruiserweights fighting for the New York State title. They're both Nigerian. And for some reason, in the last 10 years or so, there have been a slew of Nigerian heavyweights. Ika Abuchi and Duncan Dakawari and Herbie Hyde and
Sam Peter.
Sam Peter, the new hot heavyweight. Nigeria just produces a lot of heavyweights.
That's what you want to see from Ahikaminor, more aggressiveness. But Nuamu standing right there and weathering the storm.
Hino have to stand his ground a little bit more. I mean, in my opinion, I haven't seen him get shook up yet, so he can't be too concerned about the punching power. But then again, Punch and Pat is not hitting me, so.
End of the 7th round. Round 8, scheduled for 10.
Punch and Pat corner was telling them rounds 9 and 10 coming up, I think.
A little off on their math, huh?
And take a look at the punches through the 7th round. Both fighters at 22%. Nuamu has thrown more punches, landed more punches. And Nuamu has basically outscored Ahikaminor on the jab. Pat Nuamu, Steve, has thrown 189 jabs, landed 39 for 21%. Hikaminor throwing 109 jabs, only landing 11, 10%.
Yeah, Hino has given up the jab. He's not even trying the jab. But Hino is landing an average of about 7 punches a round, jab or otherwise. And that's just way below any weight division's average. He's got 3 rounds to go. I don't care if it's a draw. I don't care if he loses. He needs to pick up the pace, not only for this fight, but for the rest of his career. Because as Nirmaloric, his trainer, said to him, you're going to regret this in the morning.
Now he is en route to regretting this. Hikaminor is such a charismatic young man, obviously with a lot of skill and promise. But right now, Hikaminor not aggressive enough.
And I see his manager across the ring, Roger Levin, screaming, Hino, get busy. Hino, throw punches. You cannot let a southpaw get going on the jab. You just can't do it.
There's Nuamu with the straight left hand.
And I'll tell you this, guys. You know, we've been critical of Hino, and rightfully so, but it's not like Punch and Pat's doing that much himself. He's not, and if he's winning this fight, he's barely winning some of these rounds. The punch stats certainly reflect that.
The Punch and Pat is smart. He knows if he throws 20, 30 punches around, he can win it.
I don't know why Punch and Pat would ever switch to right-handed as he's boxing now, because he's doing fine as a southpaw.
And I think, Steve, the reason Pat Nuamu is switching back and forth is because it's totally confusing Hikaminor. Just when he gets prepared to fight Nuamu as a southpaw, Nuamu switches it up and he has to redirect his line of thinking.
Right. And his corner's telling him he's thinking too much. He should just be moving his hands. Easier said than done.
No fireworks in round 8.
No punches, guys, no punches.
2 rounds to go.
He's tired. His punches are weak. They're wide. Go orthodox. Fight him orthodox.
All right, here we go once again. Round number 9. Scheduled for 10 for the New York State Cruiserweight title. Punch and Pat Nuamu in white. Hino Hikaminor in the black trunks. Jabs in the 8th round. Nuamu throwing 35, landing 10. Hikaminor throwing 20, landing 4.
Hey, although it may not be pretty, it's working for Punch and Pat.
And also, we have to keep in mind this distance, 10 rounds. You know, Punch and Pat had been 6 twice. Hino never 10 either. And they're both, I don't think either one's that tired. They shouldn't be tired.
Right, they haven't done too much to be tired.
Although Punch and Pat's mouth is open, and that's always a sign of fatigue. It means he's trying to breathe through his mouth instead of his nose.
But his reflexes are still sharp. He's not slowing up, you know, with his reflexes, so I think he's all right. But as you said 2 rounds ago, Hino just need to go for broke. You know, listen, drop your head. The pretty stuff is not working. Go for broke.
And one of the reasons he's discouraged from doing that is when he does try to step in and land with more than one shot. That's when Punch and Pat counters.
I like the strategy of Punch and Pat on this evening. He has fought his fight from the beginning. Nuamu has been very relaxed, has managed to confuse the younger Hikaminor time and time again.
Hino tried that right to the body, but again, Punch and Pat was out of range.
Punches and bunches. He need to do that.
And the crowd starting to get restless here in Manhattan. Pro Hikaminor crowd. They want to see him become more aggressive, especially with only a round and a half left.
And you can see Punch and Pat really won't let Hino work on the inside because he's draping himself all over him and holding and waiting for the referee.
Smart.
Yeah, he's winning ugly is what he's doing.
There's a beautiful right hand by Hickam Inor.
One shot's not going to win the round, though.
Now it's heating up in the ring. There are going to be times, Brian, where he has to win ugly.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with that either. Because in the record book, it's a win. Doesn't say pretty or ugly.
10th and final round for the New York State Cruiserweight title. Hino Hickam Inor in black, Pat Nuamu in white. Gentlemen, how do you have this fight scored through 9?
Gus, I have it 5-3, 1 even. 2-point lead for Punch and Pat.
Have Punch and Pat up by 4 points, actually.
Hickam Inor has no time to waste.
Let's see if he can build off of that last round, the last 30 seconds of the last round.
Here's the power punches in the 9th round. Hickam Inor throwing 26, landing 11, 42%.
Now, for the first time in the fight, he had Punch and Pat a little uncomfortable in there.
I'll tell you this much, and I know this is hindsight, but if I had a young cruiserweight, I wouldn't match him against Punch and Pat. He's a tough guy to fight.
I mean, Punch and Pat like to call himself the New York mayor.
There's a right hand by Hickam Inor. Let's see if he can follow it up. Hickam Inor needs to go for broke right here. And there's the veteran Nuamu tying him up as soon as he gets close. Left hand getting in for Nuamu. That backs up by Hickam Inor.
What is Hino waiting for?
Only he knows. A minute and 15 left.
Punch and Pat's starting a movie that he wrote about his own life. He's going to have to do a little rewrite, I think, to include tonight in his story.
He's a minute away from a New York State Cruiserweight title.
Tape coming loose on the gloves. Wait for a low, and there it goes.
Time, reach your boy. Time. Put a strange around there.
This fight has about 50 seconds remaining. Pat Nuamu catches a breather.
He spent a little time heckling the crowd there for a minute.
Let's go! Time in. Wait, step back, guys, please.
Closing moments of the 10th and final round for the New York State Cruiserweight title. Hino Hickam Inor behind on our scorecards. Punch and Pat Nuamu, the older fighter, at 9-1, looking for the New York State Cruiserweight title belt. Nuamu has fought a textbook fight, his kind of awkward fight, and it's been very effective. 10 seconds left.
Gus, I think it's a close last round, and I really do think it's a close fight.
We will see right now. That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. But first, a round of applause for two true warriors. Judge Dick Flaherty has it, 99-91. Judge Julie Letterman, 97-93. And Judge Fred Ucci, 96-94 for the winner. And New York State Cruiserweight, Punchin' Pat Nuamu, the New York City Kid.